YouTube, welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna be checking out an article by Bleacher Report. Every NBA team's best new weapon for a 2024-25 season. This should be a good article. If you go ahead to enjoy the video, do me a favor, just drop a like, subscribe, and just let me know down in the comments if you enjoy it. But let's go ahead and check out this article. Now it should be a lot of interesting teams. It's gonna be every team on here, so don't expect me to really go too much and talk about the teams that are bad. I wouldn't necessarily say bad, but teams that aren't really competing for anything. You know, we all know those teams, so we're gonna just scroll by those teams. We'll check them out, but we're not gonna go into too many details about them. But as you see, the cover picture is Paul George, which is definitely a big weapon, so I can't wait to see what they got to say about Paul George. But let's go ahead and just check out why they got this article. Fresh faces and new places abound throughout the NBA at the end of every summer. The 24 offseason has already proved to be no different. Entrenched with big names like Paul George, DeJounte Murray, Mikal Bridges are donning new threads. Higher end role players such as Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Derrick Jones Jr., Tyus Jones, Gary Trent Jr. are in the same boat. A plethora of rookies will begin their careers saddled with what should be a prominent roles. Tantalizing young stars like Danny and Josh Giddey are hitting the reset button, new digs. So let's go ahead and spotlight the most impactful additions for each team. Basically, the entire exercise boils down to a simple yet silent question: which new faces for each squad will be the most valuable next season? Now, this is going to go through all 30 NBA teams. If I was to sit here and talk about every single team, we'll be here forever. So the teams that really aren't playing for much, like we know which teams those are, we'll just skim through those. We'll talk about a little bit, but we won't go into details about them. For example, the first one on the list, Atlanta Hawks, Zachary Richardson, first overall pick, definitely a great addition to the team. He didn't really have the best summer league, so most people aren't really high on him right now. Even coming into this draft, most people assume that this draft will win the weaker draft, which is kind of crazy. But still, he didn't really have the best summer league season. But we've seen players go into summer league, whether they were high overall picks, low overall picks, and do good or bad, and still end up turning their career around and having pretty decent careers. They picked up Dyson Daniels. Trae Young is still there. DeJounte Murray is through the door. He's out the door to the Pelicans. Not too much to talk about. This team is definitely still a team to watch out for, because they still do have Trae Young and a solid roster, honestly. I do think they're going to be a lot better than they were last season, but I wouldn't get your expectations up. But again, Zachary Richardson, I think he's going to be a good player, but we can move on from that. Next, we have Boston Celtics. Baylor, what is it, Baylor Sherman? I've seen his highlights, and I was like, yo, this man could hoop. I had no idea who this man was before this draft, but I seen his highlights, and this man could definitely hoop. This man can definitely hoop. Not too much to say even for the Boston Celtics. Coming off the NBA championship, they're still the team to beat. They brought back their whole roster. We don't think I talk too much about them. We know who the Boston Celtics are, and at this point, like, adding anybody wouldn't even really do anything crazy because they're just that good. But I think Baylor Sherman is going to be a good player for them when he gets minutes. So shout out to him. Boston Celtics, not too much to talk about. Still the team to beat, like I said. The Brooklyn Nets, we got Bojan Bogdanovic. I would say I feel bad. I feel bad for him. Not like in like a crazy way, but just playing for the Brooklyn Nets, another team that isn't really playing for anything. I know Brooklyn Nets have a loyal fan base, and they still got some decent players. They got Cam Johnson, Kim Thomas. They got Nicholas Claxton, and I think they got a pretty good young roster. Again, they're not really playing for much, but when Bojan is healthy, he is a good, consistent 20 points per game. So, and I think having him in the locker room will definitely help, like that veteran presence for the team. All I can really say is really just give Cam Thomas the ball and let's just have fun basketball. Like, let's just let the highlights roll. We don't got to dig in too deep in this. Again, the Brooklyn Nets really aren't playing for anything, so we go ahead and go on to the next one. Again, another team, the Charlotte Hornets. I just found out how to pronounce his man's name, and I still can't pronounce his man's name, but shout out him. The Charlotte Hornets, another team. They picked up Josh Green, which I really do like. I think that's dope. I love seeing Josh Green play in with the Mavericks, but I think him coming to this team is going to help get to that next step. He's a 3-and-D player, but I think he do a little bit more than that. I've seen his highlights right here. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Help me down in the comments. I've seen him. He should be pretty good. Not too much to say about the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball, if LaMelo Ball can stay healthy, Should be a fun season. Should be an all-star. But we don't got too much to say about them. The Bulls, here we go. Now we get to the good stuff. The Bulls, Josh Giddey. Now this is interesting. It's what they got to say. If Josh Giddey isn't the right pick for the exercise, then woo buddy, Chicago Bulls are going to have a pretty big problem on their hands. Executive Vice President Operations. I know how to pronounce his name. I heard his name pronounced. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Value Giddey as a building block candidate in the Alex Russo trade. I actually can't believe that trade happened. When we get to the OKC Thunder, we gotta talk about that. But yeah, the belief feels like a stretch relative to what he accomplished in Oklahoma City. Then again, he's about to have a Waggy Moore agency in Chicago. What is it? Oh, way more. What? I don't know why I read that wrong. A Way More agency in Chicago. I don't know what I was talking about right there. Better options are still on the Bulls roster, most notably Kobe White, Zach LaVine. Not to mention, could be a healthy Lonzo Ball, but LaVine clearly isn't a part of the long-term plan. Lonzo's availability cannot be counted on, and White isn't what you consider a floor general. That is definitely understandable. I think with the lack of shooting on his team, I mean, that's something that Chicago and just having Josh Giddey on the team, it doesn't help. But again, Kobe White is still extremely good, and Zach LaVine's they've been trying to lose Zach LaVine forever. I don't know how to have his contract's too big for the type of player that he is and the injuries that he have. Let's see. Lonzo Ball, we've been seeing a lot of good Lonzo Ball news. We've seen the highlights of him jumping, running. He's been talking about on his podcast that he feels good. And let's not forget, when Lonzo last played, he was a 40% 3-point shooter, one of the best shooters in the league, and he was playing good defense, like his lockdown defense. But having Josh Giddey on the court, they got rid of DeMar DeRozan. I think this makes the team still just middle of the pack, just a stagnant team. I don't think it raises the floor or the ceiling. I think they stay stagnant, but I feel like a lot of people forgot Josh Giddey is actually a very good player when he gets like consistent touches in the roles. He's one of the best passers in the league, one of the best playmakers in the league. So I think people forget, with all the stuff going around his name, who Josh Giddey is. But like I said, I don't think this helps the Bulls jump into contention, but Josh Giddey is still a good pickup nonetheless. Cleveland Cavs, Jalen Tyson. Have never heard of Jalen Tyson. Never heard of Jalen Tyson. So let's see. The Cavs didn't really do much this offseason, so it makes sense that it would have somebody like Jalen Tyson. I have no idea who he is. Let's see what they got to say. Let's see. The 21-year-old is a hard wire to make stuff happen on the ball. At 6'7", he has handles, body twitches, and changing speed package of smaller guard tools. He leverages in shot making. Okay. Well, gonna have to check out some Cavs games and see what he gets into. The Cavs, extended Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen still there, Donovan Mitchell got his contract, DG is still there. Was hoping DG get traded to the Spurs, but that's another conversation. But the Cavs are going to be a good team if they can stay healthy. The Cavs should be a good team. Nothing to really much say about them. Next, we got Klay Thompson, a big one, probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest. Now I'm thinking about besides Paul George. Yeah, probably the biggest move. I feel like I'm gonna get somebody else that's not like a contract extension like Jalen Brunson, but I feel like Paul George and then Klay Thompson. I feel right. So let's see. Off rip opinions. Off rip. I hate to see Klay lead the Warriors, but I can't wait to see his revenge game, and I hope he goes for like 40-50 on the Warriors. I love it. I hate to see him lead the Warriors, but I'm interested to see him next to Kyrie and Luka, because the more you think about it, he actually fits perfect with what they want. So let's see. Poaching someone during free agency who will contend for membership inside the most important closing lineup is a tall task, particularly when you're not operating with cap space. The Dallas Mavericks pulled it off. Yes, they did. Heck, arguably pulled it off twice. Both Klay Thompson and Najee Marshall could make sense at crunch time options depending on the matchup. That is true. Thompson's arrival should be considered more exciting. He isn't the same player who garnered all defensive considerations and one selection. He's also not a poster child. He's also not the poster child for perception decline. At 34, 2 serious injuries in his rear view, Thompson continues to be someone who can get the job done beyond art. Last year, he drilled 38% on 9 3-points per game volume and ranked as third highest in the league. Yeah, like I said, let's see. Let's just check it out. Let's see. The defense will be concerned as Thompson can get a little too tunnel vision when trying to work on the ball. Dallas should be able to withstand the clips downside. Marshall. Oh, I forgot Quentin Grimes was there. Dante Exum, PJ Washington. Okay, yeah. So like I said, probably one of the biggest trades. I think this helps the Dallas Mavericks out a lot. Yes, the defense will take an impact. Klay Thompson is not who he was a couple years ago on the defensive end. They lost Derrick Jones Jr., who was one of their primary ball stoppers. But I think offensively wise, this takes him to the next level. Him being able to play off ball with players like Luka, with Kyrie, two people that are ball dominant playmakers and players in general. We know he's able to do it. We've seen him play in a system with Stephen Curry. Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry and Draymond were the system. So seeing him to be able to play off ball, I think there's no problem with that. I feel like at this point in his career, Klay is willing to just shoot the ball, play off ball, and not demand as many touches as he would in Golden State. So I actually like the pickup. Dallas Mavericks went to the finals. They're still a team to watch. Most people didn't expect them to do much in the finals last season when they made it, but adding Klay is definitely something to watch out for. Denver Nuggets, Russell Westbrook, yes. Almost forgot Russell was on the Nuggets. This is interesting. In my first opinions, this is very interesting. A playmaker like Russ and a playmaker like Jokic on the same court. I'm not mad at it. Just them losing KCP is a big hit. I'm pretty sure they're gonna talk about this in the article once we read it, but the big hit. But I feel like Russell Westbrook intensity could definitely help this team out, and the way he speeds up the game, I think he could definitely help this team out. But we'll see though. Let's see. Integrating Russell Westbrook is such a precarious proposition. I consider simply defaulting to Dario. Dario, sorry, he's an upgrade for the backup big rotation, and he's playmaking chops to use. Oh, I had no idea Dario Saric actually signed. That's actually not a bad pickup considering that DeAndre Jordan was their backup center. Hey, I'm not mad at that. Shout out Dario Saric. Settling on someone who isn't guaranteed 50 minutes per game feels disingenuous, though. Perhaps Russ falls under the same umbrella, but the Nuggets don't have many alternatives behind Jamal Murray unless it's Jalen Pickett suddenly starts like an NBA player. Okay, skepticism encouraged here. Westbrook fits everywhere outside Oklahoma, has been thorny. It could get fling at times. Optimistic, cling to some concepts. This could be the time Russell Westbrook emerges as more willing screener and cutter, and this will be the time for his frenetic pace benefits the team transition frequency, rim pressure, and kick out, and virtually inapplicable jumper. See, that's what I was talking about. The way he speeds up the game, I think this could definitely help out and allow Jamal Murray to play off ball sometimes, or just bring that extra pressure coming off the bench. I think this is going to be. I think this is actually going to be good. The Denver Nuggets aren't the same team that they were 2 years ago, even last year. Like I said, losing KCP is a big hit, but I think adding Russell Westbrook, it's not as bad as everybody making it seem. I'm excited to watch Russell Westbrook, and hopefully this could be the year where like I said, like he does do a lot more screen and cutter, because he is still one of the best players who put pressure on the rim. I think the Denver Nuggets need that, and I'm excited. And I think having Nikola Jokic out there with him is going to be a beautiful game. I'm excited to see the lobs. I know there's going to be lobs. I'm excited to see it. So Denver Nuggets, Russell Westbrook. Detroit Pistons, Malik Beasley. Do we really want to talk about Malik Beasley? Shooter, it's the Detroit Pistons. Cade needed shooters. Malik Beasley to the Pistons fans. Let's just hope y'all have a better season than last season. Get Cade more shooters, please, because Cade is too good to not have shooters on this team. And yeah, shout out Cade for thugging it out. And then the Thompson, should be fun. Not too much to say. Not too much to say about the Pistons, but Malik Beasley, I guess they need to shoot him, so they picked up Malik Beasley. The Golden State Warriors, Anthony Melton comes in. Him, Buddy Hield, they come in, take take up those minutes that Klay Thompson were, not providing the exact thing that Klay Thompson was providing, but maybe Buddy Hield, considering the way Klay Thompson has been his past few years. But the Anthony Melton, good point guard, good combo guard. Buddy Hield comes in protection, shoot the ball, not too much. Golden State, Steph Curry still gonna be Steph Curry. Not too much to say about Golden State, but the Anthony Melton, a good player. I'm excited to see what he does. Houston Rockets, Reed Sheppard. Okay, Reed Sheppard. One of the rookies that showed out, and when I mean he showed out at Summer League, I am very excited to see him hoop with this team. The Houston Rockets already by themselves have an amazing young team. Got a good coach. Reed Sheppard looks like he's going to be a good player in this league. Reed Sheppard would be the choice for the Houston Rockets, even if he was facing actual competition. The number 3 pick looked every bit as electric as advertised on the offensive end during the Summer League. He definitely did. His handles, his escapist artistry, and the way he leveraged the threat for his outside shot into pull up from mid range should transition immediately to a mid NBA spacing. Yes, it should. You would like to see Sheppard get deeper into the paint on more of his drives. You also have to acknowledge it might not matter. His comfort level finishing extended layup in traffic, oversized is unreal. Playing time could be an issue for the newbie. At least out the gate, Houston has no fewer than 11 players, including rookies, who would crack this staple rotation of any other team. It's likewise, it's clear how much time he'll get spent on the Rock. The Rockets have a bunch of dudes who weren't on ball reps. Yes, they do. This another concern that might not matter the most, but Houston primary ball handlers and playmakers are at home operating as supporting shooters and screeners, and the bare minimum Sheppard's own nuclear touch and range should be critical to boosting the team's overall floor balance. Again, the Houston Rockets are a team to watch out for. The West is still the West. It's going to be hard, but definitely a team to watch out for. Reed Sheppard should definitely be good. Johnny Furphy, Johnny Furphy. I don't have much to say about Johnny Furphy. He looks like he's going to be okay. I didn't really know much about him before he even got to the team, but seeing his highlights and stuff like that, I feel like he's going to be okay. The Pacers are a team that had an amazing run, and I think people are just the people are understanding that the Pacers are a legit team. They have a legit team. Tyrese Halliburton, the internet team. They got OB. They got all these supporting role players. Miles Turner. Johnny Furphy should fit right in. So shout out him and the Pacers. It's definitely a team to watch out for. Probably going to be my league pass team. Them and OKC. Probably be my league pass team. I want to see them games a lot. Los Angeles Clippers. Derrick Jones Jr. One of the signs that I was confused about in this offseason, because he bet on himself. He was one of the main pieces of the Dallas Mavericks finals run on the defensive side of the ball, more so, and he went to the Clippers. I don't know what the Clippers got going on. I don't have much to say about the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is still there, and they got a bunch of role players. So yeah, shout out to Clippers. Derrick Jones Jr., former Miami Heat. If you don't know, I'm a Miami Heat fan. So any former Miami Heat player, I support you. Shout out Derrick Jones Jr. Hope you do well in the Clippers. I'm excited to see some more dunks and defense. Los Angeles Lakers, Dalton Knecht is a big one. Had a lot of hype coming into the draft, and with him potentially going to the Lakers, he went to the Lakers, and he looked pretty good. He as the shooter that the team needs. He looks pretty good. He looks really good. That's what I gotta say. It's frankly a failure on the part of Los Angeles Lakers. The Dalton Knecht had to be the choice here, adding 0 established veterans to the rotation. When you have Anthony freaking Davis, LeBron freaking James, this special brand of ridiculous. That is true. Lakers, one of the teams that did absolutely zero work this offseason. So it makes sense that Dalton Knecht is on this list for them. He provides the shooting the team needs. We don't got much to say about the Lakers besides the fact that they really didn't do anything this offseason, which is ridiculous considering LeBron James is going to be 39, going to be 40. Anthony Davis is getting older. Credit AD did have his best healthy season last season, but Dalton Knecht looks to be the shooter that the team needs. Does it really take him over the top? I don't know. The Lakers are still going to be good because LeBron and AD, but shout out Dalton Knecht. Should have a good career. Zach Edey, Memphis Grizzlies. Zach Edey. most people don't really credit Zach Edey for being as good as he is when he really is a good player. Having him on this team moves Jaren back to the 4. Jaws going to be back. Desmond Bain should be a good season for them. Not too much to say about Zach Edey. I think he's going to be a good player for the team. They need a center to back up Jaren Jackson, and I think he's definitely going to be the one. We'll have to see what the spacing looks like, but I'm not mad at it. Miami Heat, my team, Khalil Ware. Yes. I'm not even gonna read the article for this one. I'm just give out my opinion. Yes, I'm most important pickup because Miami Heat, along with the Lakers, didn't do anything this offseason. Khalil Ware, I am very excited. He provides the shooting that we need. Now, will it translate to NBA level from he? I think he shot. Let's see, he shot. Does it say here? But I think he shot upper 30% from 3-point line when he was in college, and we've been for the longest have been needing floor spacers on the team. The fact that it's coming from our rookie, I hope it translates to the league, because if it does, it is going to be scary. We could slide Bam to the 4. I'm excited about this. Khalil Ware, yes. We just need Pat Riley to just, in all seasons, man, trade something. Please pick up the phone. But Khalil Ware, I'm very excited to see Khalil Ware on the Miami Heat, and just more excited to see Bam slide to that 4 now that Khalil Ware is here. I like it though. I like it. Gary Trent, Milwaukee Bucks, Gary Trent Jr. Bucks again are going to be. I think the Bucks are going to be a problem. Giannis is going to be coming with a chip on his shoulder. Gary Trent bet on himself. Didn't really get the money that you would more so think a shooter of his caliber would, but I think he comes in to Milwaukee, provides more floor spacing than that they need, and I think he's going to be a good role player for them. I'm not mad at it. Gary Trent Jr., Rob Dillingham, Timberwolves. Now I'm gonna say about this one. This is just a good draft night trade. Rob Dillingham is going to be an absolute bucket for this team. Timberwolves coming off one of the best seasons in franchise history. Anthony Edwards, Cat, Rudy Gobert, they have a solid team. They lost Kyle Anderson, but Rob Dillingham is going to be the future of the team with Anthony Edwards. With Mike Conley on his way out the door in a few years, him being able to train under Mike Conley and still grow along when Anthony Edwards considered and is still young, I think the Timberwolves have something in the works cooking up. Rob Dillingham is an absolute bucket, so I'm not mad at that. DeJounte Murray is a good one. CJ McCollum, no longer the point guard. Dyson Daniels out the door. DeJounte Murray should be good with Zion. I'm excited to see him be the point guard of this team. Now, what to do with Brandon Ingram, I'm not sure. But having DeJounte Murray on the roster, they still need a center. But I think this takes their floor up a little bit higher. DeJounte Murray is one of the best players in the league, absolute bucket. We seen it didn't really work out with him and Trae Young in Atlanta. I'm not mad at it. DeJounte Murray addition should be a good season. They just got to figure out what in the world do they do with Brandon Ingram. But yeah, shout out to DeJounte Murray. Should be interesting to watch. New York Knicks, Mikal Bridges. Yes. Oh, I forgot about Mikal Bridges. Yes, very important to this team. The Knicks. We going to be a good team. We've seen what they did. We've seen what they did last season. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle is going to be back. They lost Hartenstein, but they got Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Mikal. Yes, Mikal, one of the best players in the league throughout his entire career. He's an Iron Man, which I think is what slept on about this. About him going to the Knicks is in the playoffs last season, we saw the Knicks get gassed out, injuries. They got super tired, only running like 7-man rotations. Mikal Bridges has never missed an NBA game. That he's an Iron Man, and I think, and he's not just an Iron Man that's just like, oh, he plays a lot of games. No, he is a bucket. Like, he's one of the best defenders in the league, and he's a consistent scorer. And I think having him on the team is something that they're missing in terms of just durability on the team. The Knicks are going to be a good team. It's really scary how we let this happen, but I'm excited to see Mikal Bridges. I'm a big fan of Mikal Bridges, so I'm excited to see him work out with the Knicks. And yeah, that's very underrated on just what they need for the team. Caruso for the OKC Thunder is a very good one. Very, very good one. True to their endless optionality form, Oklahoma City Thunder have two candidates for the spot: Caruso and Hartenstein. Both should rank among the team's top 7 rotation players, and Hartenstein arguably fills more voids as someone who adds size. They do, yes, underrated signing. They needed a big man. They went out and got one, a very good one at that. But Caruso in that lineup is very scary, you know, having him next to Shai, J-Dub, and just add him to that team. Chet, the defense is going to be absolutely amazing, with Shai still being what didn't Shai lead the league in scoring last season. Should be very good. Caruso, that Swiss Army knife that you need. Chet Holmgren on the back end, Isaiah Hartenstein, J-Dub, just Lou Dort. This team, OKC, I'm calling it now. OKC is my team to make it out the West this season, and I would not be surprised if they win it. I would not be surprised if they win. They're my team, just off the simple fact of how just deep they've gotten with just Caruso and Hartenstein. I think this should be good, and it provides more spacing for Shai. Let's not forget. Let's see right here. Caruso switched almost 41% of his trades last season on career high 6 attempts. And let's not forget that they needed spacing. Caruso does that, and he's one of the best defensive players in the league. Still crazy how that trade happened. Still, ridiculous trade. KCP, Orlando Magic's Paulo Banchero, Jalen Suggs. They add KCP. They got a good young roster. They needed more veteran players on the team, shooting on the team, defense on the team. KCP adds that. I was honestly surprised him going to the Knicks. I'm not Knicks, but the Magic. But I like it though. I like it. It provides the shooting that they much need. Like, they needed some shooting, much need. Then we got Paul George, probably the biggest signing all season. This is the best team. I would say this is the best team Joel Embiid has had around him. I know he's had the JJ Redick, Ben Simmons, then he had the Harden and all that, but just having just players and role players, Tyrese Maxey All-Star, Paul George, Joel Embiid. This should be a good team. Definitely if they can stay healthy, because that's always a question with Joel Embiid and Paul George that we all know. If they can stay healthy, this team is going to be really good. It's going to be a problem. The big three in Philly is no joke. It's going to be a good season. I like how the East is catching up, considering the Boston Celtics just won a championship. People for the longest time saying, "Oh, the West is stronger," which has been true, but the East is catching up. Paul George helped that out, and the Sixers team should definitely be a team to watch out for. It's going to be scary if they can stay healthy. Then we got Tyus Jones. I just like to pick up because Tyus Jones should honestly be getting paid more. He's one of the most consistent players in the league. The Phoenix Suns needed the point guard. I didn't think he was going to get signed for as low as he did. I was definitely expecting more. I'm not mad at the Suns. Need to figure out what they got going on, because KD, Devin Booker, two of the best players we've ever seen. We just got to figure this out. But Tyus Jones is one of the most consistent players in the league. I think he comes in and he helps his team out just a lot. Like, they need a good point guard play. Tyus Jones is going to help that out. So shout out Tyus Jones. Trailblazers, Denny. I was sad to see Denny leave the Wizards, but I'm excited. Denny with Portland now. Even though Portland's going to be bad, they have a good young roster. Denny adds to that. Not know what to say about Portland. I hope Denny continues to have a good career, because so far he's had a very good career, decent career. So I hope he continues with that. Then we have DeMar DeRozan's another good trade. I forgot about DeMar to the Kings. The Kings should be a fun team to watch. This raises their floor a little bit, but does it really boost them to contention? I don't know. We'll have to see how the spacing works on this on this team, and how the ISO touches work, and how just what plays and what schemes we draw with DeMar DeRozan, because we know he's such a ball heavy ISO dominant player. I'm interested to see how this works. But shout out DeMar DeRozan to the Kings. Chris Paul to the Spurs. Simple. Two-man game between him and Wemby is going to be nasty. Is going to feed families for generations. Shout out Chris Paul, still in the league, kicking it. I love it. Jacoby Walter. I didn't really know much about Jacoby Walter. and I still don't. So I'm having to look into Jacoby Walter, but the Raptors didn't really do much. Scotty Barnes to Scotty Barnes. Jacoby Walter, I think people say he's going to be good. So shout out to Jacoby Walter, and then Cody Williams to Utah Jazz. I like Cody Williams. Not too much to say about the Jazz. Lauri Markkanen's still there. Jazz fans, be happy. Cody Williams, if he could be anything like his brother, then y'all in good hands. Malcolm Brogdon to the Wizards. All I'm gonna say is get Malcolm Brogdon out of there, please. He doesn't deserve to be there. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of the list. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite team did you like what your favorite team on here has had to say. And yeah, like this was interesting. A lot of good stuff. But if you go ahead and enjoy the video, do me a favor, just drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and it's been your boy G. I'm gonna catch you back in the next video. We out of here. Peace. Give me your thoughts down in the comments, what y'all got to say.